moja dziewczyna, moja любов, moje serce, ja kochаю тебе. My girl, my love, my heart, I love you. These were the words she spoke to me. Wrapped in her gaze and her in mine, she whispered to me of my destiny. Until the age of 6, my mom spoke only Ukrainian to me, and my dad only English. In my home, I was fluent in both, my mother's tongue and my father's language. And then it was time to go to school, where my world expanded. New people, new communities, new life lessons, new languages. I kept learning Ukrainian at school until grade 6, but at home, my mom began to speak less and less Ukrainian. So by the time I was in high school, I rarely spoke the language. But on Sundays, we would go to church. Добрий день, баба and дідо. Добрий день, Julianna. And then they would keep talking to me in Ukrainian, asking me questions and all sorts of stuff. And knowing it was rude not to respond in the language you're spoken to, I would answer their questions in my broken Ukrainian, grammar a mess, words all over. And I would apologize to them for the loss of my mother tongue. I felt shy, I felt a bit ashamed, and I felt sad about it. They would smile, loving me for having held on to it at all, knowing how far from the mother country we are. It was as if my words carried them home for even a moment and brought them hope. And when I was older, I traveled to Ukraine with my broken language, and there, fully immersed, it came back quickly, as if I'd never lost it. And I began to learn that this is how it is with our mother tongue, that even when we begin to dream in a language that is not the one we were born with, we never lose it. And this is how it works with love, our universal mother tongue. Almost in the same way that my native language became broken, the same happened with my universal mother tongue of love. The more that I became exposed to the foreign languages of the world, the languages of greed and fear and doubt and comparison and competition, the harder and harder it became to speak and express in this language of love. And in the same way I returned to my mother tongue is how I returned to love. I decided I wanted to. I began to put myself in spaces and create experiences where it was the only language I could use. And I returned there every day. And little by little, I began to hear and see and speak in this language again. It had felt like so long since I had expressed this true, pure love that I began to question if I'd ever really spoken it at all. But my mom reminds me often of the first moment she met me. It was only love. And she'll say to me, and she keeps saying to me, "Це твоя доля. Go to your destiny." Go to your destiny? That just feels so big, too big. What is my destiny? And then, in the most ordinary of moments, at home, alone on a Sunday, birds chirping outside my window, the sun beaming on me, it comes. It's love. It's always love. It's always been love. My любов. We are love.